Hey buddy, welcome to OUTTAKE ESL. This is your teacher, Sean. And today I want to go over a lesson I did for my second grade class on prepositions. I found a couple exercises in here that I found were pretty effective in starting to get the younger ones to form sentences. Take a look at those as we go. But to start things off here, I usually start with a song. I got a Maple Leaf Learning song here, and this kind of, find it on YouTube. This kind of uses some of the vocabulary and certainly the language that we'll be using in this lesson. So I kind of use this as a precursor and give them a little bit. Repeat that. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So let's get started here. So to start things off, in prior lessons we started to deal with adjectives. I don't expect them to remember these words, of course. I don't drill these words or anything like that. I consider them incidental at this point. But I start off with an adjective just to kind of maybe sort of start to make that connection. But we start off with box. What is it? It's box, drill that. And then we talk about, is it closed? What is it? It's closed box. Is it closed? Yes. Usually they can get this. Is it closed? Yes or no? Yes or no? So I say, the what? The what? The box. The box is... The box is what? The box is closed. All right. And we talk about open. Is it open? Yes. The box is open. And then I start to do that sentence building. It's one of the exercises I found pretty effective. Gets them to start to reading and putting the words together in the right order, right patterns. So I come up here, usually have a student come up and say, the box is closed. What goes here? And students will help them out, the other students help them out. What goes here? Box is closed. And then you get them to repeat the sentence after they get it correct, get everybody to repeat it. They include the game. Here I'm doing a game, kind of do a circle of 12 with a happy face for the one. I have 2 dice, 12, and just kind of every time they get a correct answer, they get to shake the dice or roll the dice. And we just erase the numbers as they get them correctly. For instance, for example, so I got a number up here, they roll 12, there's a happy face, 2, 3. All right, they roll the dice. Oh, they got 12. First one to be left with just the happy face is our winner. So that's kind of the reward system I do it. And they have fun with it. They anticipate. It gets down to those last few numbers. It gets kind of tense. Gets kind of excited, I guess. And we do the boxes open. And this is just kind of like to set up the structure that I want to do. Focus on when using prepositions. And I start with prepositions, and since in the video there's a bird in a box, and I also have some flashcards with a bird in a box, I introduce the bird here, and then move on to the question, where's the bird? I'm starting to get them to think about where is it? Where is the bird? I don't know. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is the bird? To get them on that idea of I want to know location. And then we start with our first preposition here. In, where's the bird? In. Where's the bird? In, where's the bird? In. And I go through it again. What's this? What's this? The bird. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? The box. All right. Now I want to start to make that connection of relations, using a preposition as a term of relation. So is the bird is the box. The box. Where's the bird? And this kind of repeats. Go through it again to get them familiar with that pattern. I do in front of. Instead of just front, I do in front of, because that is more correct. Behind. So where is it? In front of. It's tough for them to remember in front of. I understand why teachers choose front a lot of times, but I kind of feel like they could handle in front of, and they were getting it. But it is definitely a little more to remember. Where's the bird? Go through that pattern once more. Boom. Do this exercise with the sentence formation. Here I introduce to talk about between, I have to introduce plurals. And this is actually the next lesson where we're going to focus on is plurals. But I get a chance to introduce that here. 1, 2, box is, and I really stress the z. Box is, and then I start to kind of get it down to boxes. First, you want to just get a memory, you got to add that something at the end there. All right, and we talk about between. Where's the bird? Between the boxes. Between. Here I start to introduce another vocabulary, a table. Okay, so now the bird is where? The bird is under the table. Where's the bird? On top of it. Where's the bird? Under. It's the same, similar exercises. Bird is under the table. Oh, while we're rolling the dice, having a good time with it. And then we have this exercise. These are the flashcards I mentioned earlier. I had the bird in the boxes flashcards, the ESL library. And shout out to those guys. Subscription service, check them out. Please subscribe to them. Also, great service. And here I'm trying to focus on the language now. Where's the bird is the question. The bird is between the boxes. Where's the bird between the boxes? Where's the bird? Where's the bird? Front end. So, more exercises, keeping going, and then we get on to our game. And this game is kind of make a sentence. It's familiar in some of my other slides. Here, just kind of change it to unhappy faces -5. Give them some of those prepositions, and I want them to give me a sentence. The bird is on the box. The bird is in the box. Here's a little it can get a little confusing. The box is closed, but I'm kind of double checking it, see if it works. And so they make a sentence, they choose one. I don't know, happy face. Maybe I'll give them a roll of the dice here since it's numerics. Actually, we skipped it because of that problem, because the dice game didn't really sort of correspond to this activity. So the next week I'll review the stuff. I'll do it to say it in the English exercise that I think works really effectively. Give them the words. What is it in English? Some of that vocabulary. Most of it will be using again. And we'll go on to a memory game. This is pretty effective too, memory game. So we got our 4 prepositions here. We go through them. What is this? Under, in, on, dude. And I go, okay, dude, this one's not working right. This one's not working right. This is the wrong one. So we play a memory game. That's not working correctly. So let's go back up here. See if this one's working correctly. It's a memory game, and you go through different slides, you give them all the options. In, on, under, in, get rid of them. All right, what was this? What was this? What was that? And you can check it. Oh, let's see here. Oh, it was under, okay? So that's the memory game, also a pretty effective game. And then we move on to next week. Some more prepositions we're working with. Here I try and change it up a little bit. Okay, the bird flew where? Over. The bird flies over. And the bird flies under. So where's the bird flying? Change the language up a little bit. And go through the bird, the box, and here. And say, doing something in relation to something. Flies where? Flies where? Flies over. Go through that language. This one, they really like this one. I really like this slide. They like the monkey slide. So bring in the monkey. And we talk about above, talk about below. There's the monkey, below. There's the monkey, box, below, monkey, above. And so same exercises, just kind of drilling everything, getting them working. This was all, they were pretty engaged with all this material. There's the memory game. Actually, we want to skip this memory game for now because I forgot, I didn't give you that. I started off the next lesson with, what happened here? It's disappeared. I started off the next lesson with actually lights. Where are they? Let's see. Yeah. Just as I did previously, I would start off with a couple adjectives to kind of give them a change of pace. Do the light. Light is on or light is off. That's kind of fun stuff. Light is on. So we talk about the light is on or the light is off. Go through that. Introduce the adjectives and then the changes with the prepositions. Kind of get them that idea of the state of something. Something's in a state as opposed to something is in relation to something. And we go through all and I think we got a couple more adjectives here. No. And we get into the memory game. Once again, this time I'm using on, off, above, on. What was this? Very good. And then I add the words too if you want to go over last kind of a secondary review. Usually they're pretty good at this stuff at -1. Let's see what else. And I guess that's pretty much it for my lesson on prepositions. So I hope you liked it. I hope there's some ideas here that you can use in your classroom. If you like what you're seeing, please click like and subscribe. If you'd like to make a comment, please do so in the comment section below, and I will respond as soon as I get it, or as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Check you out next time.